साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ओम श्री भगवान सत्य साई बाबाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सत्य स्वरूपाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सत्य धर्मपरायणाय नमः। ओम श्री साई वरदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सत्पुरुषाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सत्यगुणात्मने नमः। ओम श्री साई साधुवर्धनाय नमः। ओम श्री साई साधुजनपोषणाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वज्ञाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वजनप्रियाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वशक्तिमूर्तये नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वेशाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वसंगपरित्यागिने नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वान्तर्यामिने नमः। ओम श्री साई महिमात्मने नमः। ओम श्री साई महेश्वर स्वरूपाय नमः। ओम श्री साई प्रतिग्रामोद्भवाय नमः। ओम श्री साई पत्तिक्षेत्र निवासिने नमः। ओम श्री साई यशकाय शिरडिवासिने नमः। ओम श्री साई जोडियादिपल्ली सोमप्पाय नमः। ओम श्री साई भारद्वाज ऋषिगोत्राय नमः। ओम श्री साई भक्तवत्सलाय नमः। ओम श्री साई अपान्तरात्मने नमः। ओम श्री साई अवतारमूर्तये नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वभयनिवारिणे नमः। ओम श्री साई आपस्तम्भसूत्राय नमः। ओम श्री साई अभयप्रदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई रत्नाकरवंशोद्भवाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई शिरडी साई अभेद शक्ति अवताराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई शंकराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई शिरडी साई मूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्री साई द्वारकामाई वासिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई चित्रावती तटपुट्टपर्ति विहारिणे नमः। ॐ श्री साई शक्तिप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई शरणागत त्राणाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई आनंदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई आनंददाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई अर्थत्राणपरायणाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई अनाथनाथाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई असहाय सहायाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई लोकबान्धवाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई लोकरक्षापरायणाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई लोकनाथाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई दीनजनपोषणाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई मूर्तित्रयस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई मुक्तिप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई कलशविदुराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई करुणाकराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वाधाराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वहृदयवासिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वपुण्यफलप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वपापक्षयकराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वरोगनिवारिणे नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वबाधहराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई अनन्तनुतकर्तृणे नमः। ॐ श्री साई आदिपुरुषाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई आदिशक्तये नमः। ॐ श्री साई अपरूपशक्तिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई अव्यक्तरूपिणे नमः। ॐ श्री साई कामक्रोधध्वंसिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई कनकाम्बरधारिणे नमः। ॐ श्री साई अद्भुतचर्याय नमः। ॐ श्री साई आपद्बान्धवाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई प्रेमात्मने नमः। ॐ श्री साई प्रेममूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्री साई प्रेमप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई प्रियाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तप्रियाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तमन्दाराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तजनहृदयविहाराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तजनहृदयलयाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तपराधीनाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तिज्ञानप्रदीपाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तिज्ञानप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई शून्यानमार्गदर्शकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई ज्ञानस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ Shri Sai Gita Bodhakaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Jnana Siddhidaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sundara Rupaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Punya Purushaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Phalapradaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Purushottamaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Purana Purushaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Atitaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Kalatitaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Siddhirupaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Siddhasankalpaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Arogyapradaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Annavastradaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Samsara Dukkashekaraya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarvabhishtapradaaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Kalyanagunaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Karmadvamsine Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sadhu Manasashobhitaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarvamatasammataya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sadhu Manasaparishodhakaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sadhaka Anugrahavata Vriksha Pratishtapakaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sakala Samshayaharaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sakala Tattva Bodhakaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Yogishwaraya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Yogindravanditaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarvamangalakaraya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarvasiddhipradaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Apannivarine Namaha. Om Shri Sai Arthiharaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Shantamurtaye Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sulabhaprasannaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Babaya Namaha. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
A most loving Sairam to you all. Before we begin today, we would firstly like to acknowledge the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who are the traditional custodians of this land. We would also like to pay respect to the elders past and present and extend that respect to other Indigenous people here today.
Om Sairam and a most warm welcome to the 95th Sathya Sai National Advent Day celebrations for Australia. First of all, we would like to offer our humble pranams and the happiest of birthdays to our loving Mother, Father, Guru and Guide, Sri Sathya Sai Baba. We will be your MCs for today's virtual offering. My name is Raj and this is Rookie. For our Swami's birthday, this year's theme is centered around happiness is union with God. So Rookie, what does that mean to you?
Well, when I think about Swami's message, I think of union with Baba in my heart. What about you, Raj?
I like that, Rookie. Simple and straight to the point. Well, for me, I think the only way to attain that happiness, like the true happiness, and not the happiness I get when I beat my brother on the Xbox, is through connecting with Swami. I feel that all other types of happiness are materialistic and not really our life's purpose.
That is very interesting, Raj. Thank you for that. Our first offering for today is centered around true happiness found in the heart of each and every one of us. As Swami says, God is the hero, while the world is a zero. So you should make friendship with that hero. I mean, we could unpack that quote, but I think they probably are sick of our voices, right, Raj?
Correct, Rookie. And so, as it is commonly said, a picture is worth 1,000 words. With that in mind, we invite you all to sit back, relax, and enjoy the adventures of Akshay, Jay, and Sathya, offered by the SSC children of New South Wales Region West.
I hope you have all enjoyed today's lesson, children. I leave you all with one question. Who is your true friend? Please think about it and give me your answers next week. Sairam.
Thank you for today's lesson, Uncle.
See you next week.
Sairam.
Hey guys, wait up.
Hey Jay, I was just asking Akshay who he thought his true friend was.
I think it's quite obvious, Sathya. My true friends are my schoolmates. We spend 5 days of the week together, watch the same TV shows, listen to the same music, and play sport together.
Wow. Seems like you've already got the question figured out.
Those are some good points, but can you always count on them to have your back? And have they always been true to you?
Let me think.
Hey Akshay, I'm glad you finally bought this game. Everyone else had it ages ago.
Yeah, bro. Took me a while, but I finally convinced my parents. Hey, by the way, are you coming over next week for my house budget?
Budget? I thought we were going to Rahul's birthday party, actually. It'd be a better chance to socialize.
But you promised.
Sorry, Akshay. I mean, I want to come, but the party has more options, like socializing. Maybe take some pictures for Instagram. Maybe next time.
I'll have to get back to you, actually. My ride's here. Sorry, boys.
Sairam. Hey Jay, what about you? Who's your true friend?
That's very simple. For me, my family members are my true friends, and they always have my back. Dad drops and picks me up every day from sports, school, and SSC. Mom always has the most delicious meals ready for me. And my siblings, well, they're always keeping me entertained one way or the other.
I see, they all definitely love you, but is there not a single trace of selfishness or self-interest in their love for you?
I wonder. I just don't seem to be understanding this chapter in maths at all. I have a test tomorrow too. I need some help. Mom, would you be able to help me understand this?
Jai, I'm a bit busy right now. I have a few more sandwiches to make for the soup kitchen. Why don't you go ask your father? Isn't he the maths expert?
But Mom, it's urgent. Okay.
Yes. I'm entering this information in right now. You will definitely receive the report tonight, Mr. Prasad. I'll get it done as soon as possible.
Dad seems busy too. Maybe I'll just watch some Khan Academy.
I'm sorry, son. You seem like you needed something from me. Is everything alright?
Well, I'm sort of frustrated with these maths problems. I can't seem to get them right.
Let's see.
Oh, speaking of my family, here's my dad now. Sorry, I'm Sathya. See you next week.
Sairam, who is my true friend? Akshay and Jay have some valid points, but who is always selflessly there for me? Oh Swami, where are my parents? Why are they so late today?
Sairam, children. Let's begin with 3 Ohms. I hope you have all thought about last week's question. Who is your true friend? Is anyone willing to share their thoughts?
Well, Jay, Sathya and I were discussing this throughout the week, Uncle. We believe it could be our friends or our family as they show their love through their words and actions and work together to help us.
But sometimes they prioritize different things to us and have other important things that need to be done too.
I was reflecting upon this in my journal, asking Swami who my true friend was all week, and came across this question. Who really loves us without selfishness and wholeheartedly? Even your nearest and dearest may love you, but not with absolute purity, as there are still traces of selfishness. So who loves us selflessly?
Very interesting insight, children. I'm very happy to hear that you're reflecting and asking Swami these questions. And who better than Swami himself to answer them? Swami says there is only one who really loves you, and that is God. God is full of selfless love. He is the only true and eternal friend for everyone. But unfortunately, we sometimes give up God and struggle to attain worldly, physical, temporary, and untrue friends. So we should always pray to the true and eternal friend.
But Uncle, how do we become friends with God?
If we want a friendship with God, like any friendship, we have to listen to what He says. When you're with Swami, He would take care of everything. A friendship with God means to live with God. He's with you always. So keep listening to His teachings, reflecting on them, and trying to apply them in your life. This is the way to live in union with God.
And with that, I would like you all to join me for some silent sitting.
That was an amazing offering by the SSE children of New South Wales Region West. Thank you for enlightening us through your delightful skit about the only one who really loves us. I actually really like that quote. God is always full of selfless love. He is the only true and eternal friend for us all. If that doesn't pick you up when you're feeling down, I'm not sure what will.
I definitely agree, Raj. Well, up next we have our first of our musical offering from our New South Wales youth, and a treat for your ears. Following on from the theme of God as our friend, this musical is Friendship with God.
Hello world, what are we waiting for? It's time to wake up, answer the call and start the healing. No time for anger, greed and jealousy. We are the will, we are the way, we are a family. Hey, 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 love is the source that we all come from. Hey, 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 love is the path that we should walk on. Hey, 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 love is the goal, let it shine and unite mankind. Rise and stand up, embrace the love. Let the world sing together, embrace the love. Rise and stand up, embrace the love. Let the world sing together, embrace the love. Within us, there is a common bond, a thread of love, a burning glow of divinity. Open up your heart and you will see we have the power to heal each other and be happy. Hey, 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 love is the source that we all come from. Hey, 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 love is the path that we should walk on. Hey, 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 love is the goal, let it shine and unite Love is the power, love is the way. Love is the key to end all the pain. Love to your brothers, love to your sisters. Be the love today. Love is the power, love is the way. Love is the key to end all the pain. Love to your brothers, love to your sisters. Be the love, rise and stand up. Embrace the love. Let the world sing together. Embrace the love. Rise and stand up. Embrace the love. Let the world sing together. Embrace the love. Rise and stand up. Embrace the love. Let the world sing together. Embrace the love. Rise and stand up. Embrace the love. Let the world sing together. Embrace the
A brilliant offering by our very own Sai youth and SSE students. A very special thanks to the musicians involved. It really was an amazing and uplifting offering. I think I speak for everyone when I say that we all didn't want it to end.
Definitely, Rookie. I felt like I was back in Prasanthi Nilayam as a young child, listening to Swami's college students in the Kulwant Hall on New Year's Day. Simply mind-blowing. Now, as our mother Sai has said, if you are able to love nature and feel in tune with it, you are that much closer to God. It's very easy to know God through nature, for in nature there is goodness, simplicity, purity, and selflessness. That being said, for our viewing pleasure, we have a short National EnviroCare video, as well as a skit from the SSE children of New South Wales Region East on the happiness and union with God in nature.
Masai mana bangaru baba, Masai mana bangaru baba, Masai mana bangaru baba, Masai mana bangaru baba, Masai mana bangaru baba.
Where is everyone? It's 7:01 p.m. Zoom meeting was supposed to start by now. Oop, never mind. Water's here. Let her in.
Sorry, mankind. Sorry I'm late. I was just busy watering my plants.
That's okay, Water. We're just waiting for the rest of them. Speaking of, Fire's here.
Swami, you light up my world like nobody else.
Fire, what you up to? I think you forgot to mute yourself when you joined the call.
Of course, Water. Always here on time to extinguish my
Okay, everyone calm down. I think we have someone waiting. Let's see who it is.
Sorry I'm late. I was just catching breath for fresh air.
Good one, Air.
What are you doing? The call hasn't started yet.
Did you know that Om is a primordial?
Oh, okay, we get it, Space. I guess that's why it took you forever to get on the call.
We're just waiting for one more.
Sorry I'm late. I was feeding my children.
Now that we're all here, why don't we get started off with Space? Space, could you please start us off with 3 ohms?
Sure.
Thank you, Space. So, I guess today's meeting is just for us to reconnect and touch base. I thought maybe we could go around in a circle and talk about how the past couple of months have been and what we've all been up to.
Oh, I'll go first. Well, for a long time, the quality of my air has been very polluted. But during this period, the quality has become a lot better, and I feel a lot more refreshed and clear-headed.
I've noticed a lot of my friends having to wear masks to make the polluted air safer to breathe. But I guess I'm a big part of that problem. Whether it be the fuel I use to power my car, the emissions which are being created at my factories, or even just overconsumption.
Sometimes it's easy to forget the consequences of our actions, but it's important to make changes once we realize. Mother Earth, how have you been feeling? Aren't there some issues you've been facing too?
I've been experiencing similar feelings to you, Air. I wasn't feeling too well at the start of the year. because of my body temperatures increasing because of the fires.
Excuse me, are you saying it was my fault that you weren't feeling too well?
Well, yes, part of me were destroyed because of the fires, but I do feel that you have removed some impurities and created room for new life.
You're right, Chuck. Sometimes I do feel that I can be destructive, but it's good to know that I can give light and energy to those around me.
Oh, Fire, you really can be quite a handful. Thankfully, we have plenty of water to help extinguish your fire. I never really thought about it like that. Ooh, maybe I should try that one budget shower thing that everyone's been talking about.
Yes, that would definitely help, but it may also help to know that my friend Ganga in India has been a lot better and clearer because of this lockdown period. So I could say that things on my end haven't been so bad.
That's great news. Hold on. I don't think we've heard from space yet. Have we?
I don't think so.
Oh, sorry. I was spaced out. What were we talking about again?
Oh, classic space. Always daydreaming.
Well, Fire, although it may look like I'm empty-headed, I am everywhere. How about we first hear from you, mankind?
Okay. To be honest, I've been kind of suffering as well. Whether it be to see my friends and family having their houses burnt down due to the fire, or even seeing some of our friends being unable to access clean drinking water through the fires, or seeing some unable to access clean drinking water, or even the fact that some have to live and breathe in polluted air. But I'm a big part of that problem, because I have caused all my misery and pain.
Well, if we think about it, it's almost like we've been going in a circle of suffering.
I guess so. I've had a lot of time to think about this over the past few months, and I really think it's time to end this cycle of unhappiness.
Well, how do we do that? Do we have to create some sort of circle of happiness?
I've been listening to all of your reflections, but something important that none of you have mentioned yet is that God exists in each and every one of us.
What has that got to do with happiness?
In order to understand true happiness, we have to be in union with God. And to be in union with God, we have to be in union with each other.
How do we do that?
Okay, let me ask you a question. How did we come into being?
Oh, well, I thought we just appeared out of thin air.
Close, but not quite.
God?
You're exactly right, Earth. God created each of us with an abundance of love and given us all a different purpose to serve.
Hold on. If God created each and every one of us, does that mean we all have a godly element within us?
Yes. But sometimes we tend to forget that, and that's where the problem exists. We all embody God's love, purity, and selflessness.
I guess I should remember to see us as a team and not 5 separate individuals.
And I should remember to see the God within all of you, so that through God's presence, I can feel your love, and we can break this cycle of unhappiness.
Now, going back to Water's question, how can we do this?
Maybe start by taking 1 budget showers.
Participate in cleanup days and tree planting.
Drive less and walk more.
Turning off your lights when you aren't using them.
These are all a great start. What do you think, mankind?
These are definitely things that I can work towards to show all of you guys my appreciation for your selflessness.
These are all important steps in breaking the cycle of unhappiness.
Looks like we're finally getting somewhere. Mankind, would you like to start wrapping up?
Okay. Well, I guess today's lesson was just to touch base and talk to each other. But I've really been able to reflect and think about my relationship with nature.
Classic space. Always daydreaming.
Well, Fire, although it may look like I'm empty-headed, I'm everywhere. Now,
bye.
Another astounding offering from the SSC children, this time from New South Wales Region East. A very exciting skit that centres upon Swami's message that true happiness comes from within. And when we are in union with that happiness and we project that happiness towards others by default, the cycle of unhappiness is eradicated. It is something that we should reflect on and incorporate that within our character and our lifestyle. Wouldn't you agree, Raj?
Absolutely, Rookie. I think a point that we can all take home is that happiness is a conscious choice that we all have control over. But you know what I feel like I'm missing right now, Rookie? One of those really interesting speeches where Swami's devotees tell us about their own personal journey and their relationship with God.
Well, I have some good news for you then, because the next item today is exactly that. We will now immerse ourselves in a talk from Kay and David McNaught on their experiences of happiness and union with God through nature.
Sai Baba has said, no one can comprehend or describe the glory and mystery of nature. Nature is a reflection of the sport of the divine. The purpose of life is to experience the sacredness of nature as a projection of the divine.
Kay and David McNaught first visited Sathya Sai Baba in 1984. They are active members of Murwillumbah Sai Centre in the Tweed Gold Coast region and have had a lifelong interest in growing trees and food and have farmed together for 50 years. Today, they will share their thoughts on how they experience happiness and union with God through nature.
God is expressed through nature. Therefore, we humans can experience God through nature and come to understand her. Human beings are also part of nature. It behoves us to learn to work with nature and not try to impose our will on her.
As Sathya Sai tells us, all things in nature observe their laws with undeviating regularity. The sun, the moon, the seasons observe their respective laws. Man alone violates the laws of his being. To experience happiness, we must learn how to live from nature. This snapshot tells the story of David and myself working on the land and how we commune with nature here in northern New South Wales. We came to this area 22 years ago to help establish the Sathya Sai School and to continue our physical and spiritual journeys as farmers.
As farmers, we spend a lot of time in nature and we try to live as harmoniously as possible with the land. Nature is the vesture of God. Everything we see around us, from the minuscule to the large, even from the smallest creature to even to the worms that make the soil that is all around us that we grow our food in. Our planet has a thin layer of soil which all our life and all our food is reliant on. Now this soil is very rich and it's been created with rotting down leaves and with the help of worms, and it's nice organic material. There are worms in it and I just love getting my hands in here and planting these seedlings. By understanding the natural cycles and working with them, I do not have to use harmful pesticides and chemicals. I can work as a co-creator with the life around me. Nature has her own system of pest control. For example, birds, wasps, ladybirds, insects and fungi. The more you work with nature, the more you realise just how amazing she is. These little lettuces will grow to be nice, vibrant ones like these. Probably in another about 6 weeks, 6 or 8 weeks, we'll be eating these.
Okay, so I want to show you some of the vegetables that we grow in our garden. So the beetroot, I'm going to pick a beetroot for lunch. Oh, look at that. That is a beetroot. Cabbages, we won't have that for lunch. Celery. What about some beans? Can I pick a few beans? These are so beautiful. There we go. Kale, which we like in the juice. Sounds like the cows want some kale too. They love it.
With climate change, we've noticed we've had to change our gardening techniques. And what we've had to do is erect this structure with extra shade for the hot sun and with steel on the roof to protect against hail. This is our attempt to work with nature in overcoming the effects of some of which man's done. Years ago, these hills were growing bananas, and when that ceased, they became bare and denuded. To care for the environment and stop erosion, we planted thousands of eucalypt trees. These have stabilised the soil. They now provide habitat for animals, purify the air, and eventually will provide timber for building. I find it so satisfying to work with nature in this way.
For us as farmers, working every day in nature brings us great joy. But there are days of heat, sweat and hard work, of course. Harvesting the pecan nuts requires lots of effort. Tending to the trees and plants requires steady watering and care. As nature shows by the seasons, we are bound by the cycles of growth, blossom, fruiting, then rest. Sai Baba has said, trees bring forth fruits for the benefit of others. Rivers carry water for the use of others. Cows yield milk to benefit others. Likewise, man should share in harmony with others his qualities of goodness, compassion, forbearance and charity. The earth follows its dharma, natural duty, to make use of its 5 elements to produce sustenance for all living beings.
This is a really powerful message, and what we have to learn from it, everybody must learn to live in harmony with nature and not fight against her.
As well as working closely with nature in our own property, in our garden and our farm, we try to educate others on how to grow nutritious food without chemicals.
Here's the garden. It was started about 5 years ago as an example for the students to learn where their food comes from, the whole process of growing it, how important the soil is, and then also how to prepare it and use the food, good nutritious food, and then incorporate even the waste back into the compost heap for the garden.
That's right.
There are many practical ways that we can commune with God and experience and learn our union with God through nature. In our day-to-day lives, our actions and the choices we make can support nature and bring us closer to God. Or They can hinder and work against the natural cycles of life. It's our choice. For instance, we can practice sealing on desires to help curb spending and consumption of unhealthy foods, recycling of food scraps, minimal packaging. These are all things we can do.
And if we work closely with the seasons, we can grow quite a range of foods. Every day I'm happy to pick what is ready. Today we have lettuce and rocket, peas, beetroot, carrots and beans for our delight in the salad.
Other practical ways to connect with nature include visiting the natural world, parks, forests, beaches. Walking and playing in nature helps us to stay calm and feel one with God. Actions to improve our own environment include planting native bushes which provide food for birds and insects. We know it can be hard to plant trees in some metropolitan areas, so even trying to grow herbs in pots on balconies is a great idea.
For me personally, I use flowers to connect with the divine in everyday life. It gives me joy to grow flowering plants, to pick flowers, and contemplate the beauty and mystery of life on earth. I feel a connection when arranging flowers on the altar.
Sai Baba has said, "You enjoy the sight of the mighty mountains, the big rivers, the vast oceans, and the dense forests. Who is the creator of all these beautiful manifestations in nature? God is the basis for all of these." It's indeed true that God is everywhere in nature, and it's a wonderful way that we can experience God.
And we are so grateful that we are given this experience to become one with God through nature all around us.
We're very fortunate.
We are.
Sai Baba has said, people want to see God. How can they do it? Are they able to see themselves? They need a mirror to see themselves. Nature is the mirror in which the image of God can be seen.
Wow, I feel an amazing insight from Kay and David. I definitely think we can all agree that their talk resonated with us deeply, and there will be a lot to ponder on the drive home about our own transformation of the heart in an act to experience God.
Drive home? You do remember that there is not going to be a drive home, right?
Oh yeah.
Anyways, Raj, are you familiar with that phrase, love all, serve all, help ever, hurt never?
Familiar? That was one of the first things I actually remember from Bhavika's classes back in Group 1. I also can name the 5 human values if you would like.
No, I believe you. Well, Swami's message of loving others as God is one of his most basic and fundamental beliefs, a belief that I think really makes up a significant aspect of how we should act as his devotees. And it is this message that is reflected in the second of the Sai Youth of New South Wales music offerings. So prepare yourselves for yet another melodious recital.
प्यार हूँ मैं तेरा प्यार हूँ मैं तेरी ज्योति का विस्तार हूँ मैं
प्यार हूँ मैं तेरा प्यार हूँ मैं तेरे स्रोत का ही प्रकार हूँ मैं
प्यार हूँ मैं तेरा प्यार हूँ मैं
आर्थिक क्षुद्र हूँ मैं विशाल हूँ कोई
खिलता तेरा प्यार हूँ मैं प्यार हूँ मैं तेरा प्यार हूँ मैं तेरी ज्योति का विस्तार हूँ मैं प्यार हूँ मैं तेरा प्यार हूँ मैं प्यार हूँ मैं।
Wasn't that beautiful?
I actually would like to use the phrase mind-blowing again, because my mind, blown.
Okay, Raj, time to get back on track.
You're right. And, in the very eloquent words of our Lord, true education consists in the cultivation of the heart. And, with that in our minds, we will have a short video from the Sai School in Murwillumbah.
There are many small aspects of the school that join together to make the school a really successful place and a really lovely place to work and a really lovely place for the students to be educated, to feel safe and to feel loved. My name is Cal Atkins and I am the principal of Sathya Sai College.
I'm Raj Chandan Rao, a director on the school board of the Sathya Sai College.
Sathya Sai College is a unique little school in that we are an independent school and we are a school of human values. So we follow the New South Wales curriculum and the NESA guidelines, but we integrate values education into all subjects. We follow the philosophy of Sai Baba. We strive for academic excellence, but we also teach character development as well. And Sai Baba believed that the end of education is character.
Our numbers have been increasing year by year, and when you ask the parents how did they come to know, because we haven't advertised much as yet, they've heard it from other parents, and they see the EHV program as a very integral part of their growing up their kids and as a knowledge base. So much so that we got parents traveling at least 20-30 minutes away from our school. They commute daily by their own personal transport, committed to be here at the Sathya Sai College. Bhagwan's created lots of institutions. He's given us lots of avenues to do service. Financially, we are a growing school. Next year, we're going to be year 12 for the first time ever. And that will require lots and lots of expansion because all our electives need to increase, all our facilities need to increase, classrooms need, so something has to be done. Money has to come from somewhere. So we would appreciate you thinking about that, where Bhagwan has left a legacy behind, and you've been given a chance of, out of 7 billion people, you have been chosen to be part of this movement forward. Enjoy it. Enjoy it as much as we are enjoying it. And it is a heartful, loving journey. And we thank our Lord daily for giving us this opportunity. And we hope you can be part of this journey too.
An eye-opening video from the Sai School up in Murwillumbah. A great big thank you to them. While we are on the topic of education and personal experiences, I feel that in times where I was lost or I had no one to turn to, Swami was always there to show me the right way. I especially remember a take-home exam I did back in second year uni, where I submitted it 1 minute late and would therefore get 0 marks and fail the unit. I remember going to Swami and praying that his work through me would not be wasted. And, like all these children, he did not let me down, as there was a miraculous extension granted for up to 5 minutes, and I passed the course.
Classic Raj, always praying for a good outcome. One of the many messages from Swami that has touched me in the past were his words of wisdom in regards to multiple faiths. On April 4th, 1996, Swami spoke in Prasanthi Nilayam. The one God is common in all. His words resonated with me because I grew up practicing Hinduism while attending a Catholic school. Our last segment features the SSE students from Queensland offering a SSE musical, as well as a final divine musical on multi-faith from the Queensland youth.
Vaheguru
Guru Vahe Guru Bolya Manava.
Love all, serve all, that is the way. See love, be love, every day. Shine bright, your light come what may. Speak love, think love every day.
Allah Yeshu Sadguru Sai.
Allah, Jesus, teach us to pray. Buddha, Mahavir, show us the way. All is one, believe in God, no matter your faith. Come together, one and all in unity of faith.
Gita Ved Puran Vasai.
Inside, in all that you do, feel love to conquer the truth.
Tanane Sai, Manane Sai, Roma Romane Sai Sai.
Love all, serve all, that is the way. See love, be love, every day.
What a fantastic musical offering from our Queensland youth and SSE students. Before moving on, I would like to leave you with a quote. God is not different from you. He is not confined to places like temples, mosques, and churches. He is omnipresent. He resides in your heart.
Fantastic, Rookie. I really think that ties in perfectly with the musical offerings put forward by our Queensland brothers and sisters. But, on the topic of omnipresent beings who reside in our heart, we now have a short video from our very own national coordinators.
With love, gratitude, and reverence, I offer my most humble pranams at the lotus feet of my most merciful Divine Mother Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Dearest brothers and sisters, loving Sai Rams to all of you on the auspicious occasion of 95th birthday celebration of our dearest Lord Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. First and foremost, I want to express my gratitude to Bhagavan for giving me the opportunity to share with you all an inspiring video in which how his universal and eternal message and unconditional love has transformed and transcended all his devotees to serve the humanity, the wider Australian community. We are immensely blessed and fortunate to have his blessings and guidance to realize the truth, the global 95th birthday theme, Happiness is Union with God. From the beginning of this year, we have been undergoing many challenges. With Swami's unconditional love, guidance and protection, we have been managing the challenges with calmness and strength. Thank you, Swami, for your abundance of love. Sai Australia has been offering many uplifting virtual, devotional, SSC, health, educational programs and essential service activities in these difficult times. I would like to take this opportunity to offer my heartfelt appreciation to all devotees, centre and region presidents, coordinating committees, national coordinators, young adults and coordinators, SSC teachers, SSC children, tech, IT and media team members who are behind these inspiring programs. It is very soul lifting to see and experience how our devotees have taken our national service project, Sathya Sai School, in their hearts. Many miraculous divine experiences have occurred during working weeks at Sathya Sai School in Mervilamba. Community engagement coordinators, Sathya Sai College directors, National Disaster Relief coordinators and directors of ISSCA and Sai Medical Unit are working together to expand Swami's message to wider community. Thank you to all of you. I pray to Swami, bless all of us so that we can live in the pure, unconditional, divine love every moment of our life and share that love with everyone. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.
Here are some of the highlight activities and achievements of the Sathya Sai International Organisation of Australia for 2020. The global COVID-19 pandemic has resulted in the SSIO of Australia successfully adapting to how we connected with each other and our community. Members from Victoria were able to continue serving their community in Dandenong by pre-packing their meal service in order to continue this valuable activity. The National Ladies Wing initiated a mask-making activity and sewed hundreds of masks for the needy. In New South Wales, the SSIO was able to continue feeding the homeless at the request of the police department. We also received a notable mention in New South Wales Parliament in appreciation and thanks for the service provided to communities during the COVID-19 lockdowns. In response to the intense bushfires of 2019-20 that impacted several communities, members of the SSIO of Australia were able to unite and donate food and water supplies to firefighters and evacuation centres and funds towards recovery efforts. The organisation was awarded a certificate of appreciation by the Salvation Army for the support provided during this intense bushfire season. We are also working with Ulladulla Public School to help build a bike track in the school grounds after the fires. Following restrictions put in place for in-person gatherings, several programs and initiatives effectively transitioned to online platforms. National virtual SSE are conducted every Sunday with an average weekly attendance of 500 students. Through the Sai Australia YouTube channel, Australian members have been able to observe and celebrate many significant days including Aradhana Mahotsavam, Guru Purnima, Ishwaramba Day, Avatar Declaration Day and Buddha Purnima to mention a few. As well as regular national devotional programs, study circles across all regions and webinars featuring international guests, 450 office bearers also took part in national online child safe training programs across the country, ensuring that our organisation is taking proactive steps to keep all children safe. The highlight from the young adults has been the introduction of the Lion's Roar, a podcast based on the 1990 Summer Showers discourses. They also successfully completed several service initiatives as part of Guru Purnima, including blood, book and food drives and an EnviroCare challenge. The young adults have been instrumental in leading many of the online programs that the SSIO has offered to its members. Community engagement initiatives with local communities across Australia continues to grow. In South Australia, the SSIO is a regular contributor to Adelaide's multicultural radio station, 5EBI, with a program titled Good Morning Sai. SSIO Australia is also collaborating with universities across the country on service initiatives and hosting meditation sessions. The ISSEA has also developed a series of value-based programs to support temporary residents at Thelma Brown Cottage, a women's crisis centre managed by Parramatta Uniting Church. The Sai Medical Unit of Australia has also provided constant support throughout the year. organising a series of webinars and videos on specialist topics for Health Week 2020, providing mental health and wellbeing resources during the COVID-19 lockdowns, and working with the disaster relief team to provide funds and medical supplies to the SSIOAU of Fiji after they were impacted by Tropical Cyclone Harold. They also successfully organised webinars for medical students in Fiji over a 6-month period and provided support for the acquisition of a specialist neurosurgery microscope. The SSIO of Australia and its members have shown incredible resilience and creativity throughout this year, and our conviction in Sai grows ever stronger with each step we take to unite. We pray for more strength to take forward the message of Sathya Sai Baba each day through activities, community engagement, and unshakable faith.
And with that, we have arrived at the conclusion of the formalities of today's offering. We would like to thank you all for providing us with the opportunity to be your MCs today on this holy occasion of our loving Swami's 95th Advent Day. We have thoroughly enjoyed the talents showcased by his loving devotees, and we hope that you too have little droplets of his wisdom to take with you as you carry on forward today and in the future as we continue to live in divine happiness.
Although this is where we leave you, the festivities are not over yet. We will be concluding with bhajans and Mangala Arati, followed by a short message from our Swami. We love you, Swami, and happy birthday. Jai Sai Ram.
शरणं शरणं पाहि गजाननं शरणं शरणं पाहि गजाननं शरणं शरणं पाहि गजाननं शरणं शरणं पाहि गजाननं विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथं विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथं विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथं विघ्नविनाशक बुद्धिप्रदायक पाहि गजानन बुद्धिप्रदायक पाहि गजानन बुद्धिप्रदायक पाहि गजानन बुद्धिप्रदायक पाहि गजानन असुरनिखण्डन पाहि गजाननम् असुरनिखण्डन पाहि गजाननम् असुरनिखण्डन पाहि गजाननम् असुरनिखण्डन पाहि गजाननम् पाहि गजाननं 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 पाहि गजाननं
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथम्
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथम्
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथम् शरणं शरणं पाहि गजाननं
शरणं शरणं पाहि गजाननं
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथम्
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथम्
बुद्धिप्रदायक पाहि गजानन
बुद्धिप्रदायक पाहि गजाननम्
असुरनिकन्दन पाहि गजानन
असुरनिकन्दन पाहि गजाननम्
पाहि गजाननं पाहि गजाननं
पाहि गजानन पाहि गजाननम्
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथम्
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथम्
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथम्
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथम्
शरणं शरणं पाहि गजाननम्
Swami, we adore you. Swami, we adore you. Swami, we adore
पतीश्वर श्री साई प्रभो पतीश्वर श्री साई प्रभो पतीश्वर श्री साई प्रभो पतीश्वर श्री साई प्रभो ईश्वरामनंदन साई प्रभो ईश्वरामनंदन साई प्रभो ईश्वरामनंदन साई प्रभो ईश्वरामनंदन साई प्रभो पतीश्वर श्री साई प्रभो पतीश्वर श्री साई प्रभो ईश्वर अल्लाह श्री साई राम नाम 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 बुद्ध ज़ोराष्ट्र साई कृष्ण 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 नाम माधव मोहन साई नारायण माधव मोहन साई नारायण माधव मोहन साई नारायण माधव मोहन साई नारायण प्रेम अवतार प्रभु साई रामा प्रेम अवतार प्रभु साई रामा प्रेम अवतार प्रभु साई रामा प्रेम अवतार प्रभु साई पतीश्वर श्री साई प्रभो पतीश्वर श्री साई प्रभो ईश्वरामनंदन साई प्रभो ईश्वरामनंदन साई प्रभो पतीश्वर श्री साई प्रभो पतीश्वर श्री साई प्रभो ईश्वर अल्लाह श्री साई राम नाम ईश्वर अल्लाह श्री साई राम नाम बुद्ध ज़ोराष्ट्र साई कृष्ण नाम बुद्ध ज़ोराष्ट्र साई कृष्ण नाम माधव मोहन साई नारायण माधव मोहन साई नारायण प्रेम अवतार प्रभु साई रामा 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 पतीश्वर श्री साई प्रभो
There is a jewel lotus flower unfolding deep within my soul. There is a jewel lotus flower unfolding deep within my soul. There is a jewel lotus flower unfolding deep within my soul. There is a jewel lotus flower unfolding deep within my soul. To be the jewel lotus flower unfolding is my highest goal. To be the jewel lotus flower unfolding is my highest goal. To be the jewel lotus flower unfolding is my highest is a jewel lotus flower unfolding deep within my soul. There is a jewel lotus flower unfolding deep within my soul. To be the jewel lotus flower unfolding is my highest goal. To be the jewel lotus flower unfolding is my highest goal. Om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani padme hum, om mani There is a jewel lotus flower unfolding deep within my soul.
He Sai Jagannatha, He Sai Jagannatha, He Sai Jagannatha,
He Sai Jagannatha, He Sai Jagannatha, He Sai Jagannatha,
He Sai Jagannatha, He Sai Jagannatha, He Sai Jagannatha,
He Sai Jagannatha, He Sai Jagannatha, He Sai Jagannatha.
दीन बंधु साईनाथा, करुणा सिंधु जगन्नाथा,
दीनबन्धु साईनाथा, करुणा सिन्धु जगन्नाथा,
दीन बंधु साईनाथा, करुणा सिंधु जगन्नाथा,
दीनबन्धु साईनाथा, करुणा सिन्धु जगन्नाथा.
हे साई जगन्नाथा, हे साई जगन्नाथा,
हे साई जगन्नाथा, हे साई जगन्नाथा,
हे साई जगन्नाथा, हे साई जगन्नाथा,
हे साई जगन्नाथा,
जगन्नाथ हे साई जगन्नाथ हे साई जगन्नाथ
One day in Puttaparthi Sai was born. 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 And with his coming a new age has dawned. And with his coming a new age has dawned. And with his coming a new age has dawned. And with his coming a new age has dawned. He lit the flames of light and love. 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 He taught us God is in our hearts. He taught us God was in our hearts. He taught us God is in our hearts. He taught us God is in our hearts. Swami, you taught us to love all and serve all. Swami, you taught us to love all and serve all. Swami, you taught us to love all and serve all. Swami, you taught us to love all and serve all. So help us awake, arise, ascend. 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 So let's 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 awake, arise, ascend. One day in Puttaparthi Sai was born. One day in Puttaparthi Sai was born. And with his coming a new age has dawned. He lit the flames of light and love. He lit the flames of light and love. He taught us God is in our hearts. He taught us God is in our hearts. Swami, you taught us to love all and serve all. Swami, you taught us to love all and serve all. So help us awake, arise, ascend. So let's awake, arise, ascend. So let's awake, arise, ascend. So let's awake, arise, ascend. One day in Puttaparthi Sai was born.
Shivaya, Sai Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Sai Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya, Sai Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Sai Om Namah Shivaya. Ganga Jatadhara Gauri Manohara, He Shiva Shankara Namah Shivaya. Ganga Jatadhara Gauri Manohara, He Shiva Shankara Namah Shivaya. Ganga Jatadhara Gauri जगत जननी जगदम्बा 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 भवानी जगत जननी जगदम्बा 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 भवानी जगत जननी जगदम्बा 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 महिषासुर मर्दिनी कल्याणी महिषासुर मर्दिनी कल्याणी शुम्भनि शुम्भ प्राणहारिणी शुम्भनि शुम्भ प्राणहारिणी शुम्भनि शुम्भ प्राणहारिणी शुम्भनि शुम्भ प्राणहारिणी जगत जननी जगदम्बा 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 भवानी जगत जननी जगदम्बा 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 भवानी शारदा संगीतवादिनी शारदा संगीतवादिनी नवदुर्गे नवरूपधारिणी नवदुर्गे नवरूपधारिणी नवदुर्गे नवरूपधारिणी नवदुर्गे नवरूपधारिणी जगत जननी जगदम्बा 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 भवानी जगत जननी जगदम्बा 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 भवानी महिषासुर मर्दिनी कल्याणी महिषासुर मर्दिनी कल्याणी शुम्भनि शुम्भ प्राणहारिणी शुम्भनि शुम्भ प्राणहारिणी जगत जननी जगदम्बा 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 भवानी जगत जननी जगदम्बा 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 भवानी शारदा संगीतवादिनी शारदा संगीतवादिनी नवदुर्गे नवरूपधारिणी नवदुर्गे नवरूपधारिणी नवदुर्गे नवरूपधारिणी नवदुर्गे नवरूपधारिणी जगत जननी जगदम्बा 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 भवानी जगत जननी जगदम्बा 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 भवानी अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी
सुब्रह्मण्यम सुब्रह्मण्यम षण्मुखनाथ सुब्रह्मण्यम 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 साईनाथ सुब्रह्मण्यम 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 षण्मुखनाथ सुब्रह्मण्यम शिव 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 सुब्रह्मण्यम हर 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 सुब्रह्मण्यम शिव शिव हर हर सुब्रह्मण्यम हर हर शिव शिव सुब्रह्मण्यम शिव शिव हर हर सुब्रह्मण्यम हर हर शिव शिव सुब्रह्मण्यम 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 षण्मुखनाथ सुब्रह्मण्यम 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 षण्मुखनाथ सुब्रह्मण्यम
शांति 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 The Lord of the universe is here. Swami Sathya Sai is here. Come to save devotees everywhere. Come to bless His children everywhere. Born at Puttaparthi, the Lord of the universe is here. Calm and tranquil like the moon, shining with divine inner light, filling all with bliss satisfied. He is always serving those in need, answering the prayers of devotees, giving grace to you and me. The Lord of the universe is here. Sai, you are Guru God Himself. Mother, you are everything to us. Father, you are everything to us. You are the divine primal energy, manifests all that we ever see. You are the one reality. The Lord of the universe is here. Sai, with the sacred form of Om, universal radiance divine, please accept this offering of mine. The flame of love that burns within my heart, meaning we can never be apart. You and I are ever one. The Lord of the universe is here. Narayana Narayana Om, Satya Narayana 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 Om, Narayana Narayana Om, Satya Narayana Narayana Om, Satya Narayana Narayana Om. The Lord of the universe is here. Narayana Narayana Om, Satya Narayana 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 Om, Narayana Narayana Om, Satya Narayana Narayana Om, Satya Narayana Narayana Om. The Lord of the universe is here. Narayana Narayana Om, Satya Narayana 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 Om, Narayana Narayana Om, Satya Narayana Narayana Om, Satya Narayana Narayana Om. The Lord of the universe is here. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastaloka Sukhino Bhavantu. समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु Peace, 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 peace on earth. Peace, peace, peace for all the universe, for all the universe, for all the universe. Jai Bolo Bhagwan Shri Sathya Sai Baba Ji ki Jai.
విచారం కూడా చాలా చెడ్డది.
And worry, too many thoughts is also bad.
వరి
Worry for everything.
ఏదైనా వచ్చింది పోతుంది, ఎట్ట వచ్చిందో అట్టే పోతుంది, అంతేగాని నాకేం తప్పు లేదు అని అనుకో.
Even if worries come, yes, enter in the feeling, this too will pass. It has come now, it is bound to go. Have that feeling.
ఎప్పుడు ప్రేమతో ఉండండి.
We should spend our time constantly with love.
నవ్వుతూ ఉండాలి.
And we should love and smile, laugh.
ఆ నవ్వుతూ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆ ప్రేమ సహజంగా వస్తుంది.
Then once you laugh and smile, naturally the love within you manifests automatically.
కానీ కొంతమంది మొహం చూస్తే చాలా క్యాస్ట్రైడ్ ఫేస్ మాదిరిగా ఉంటుంది.
But the faces of some people are so serious, long castor-oil faces.
ఎప్పుడు నవ్వుతూ ఉండాలా.
Smile all the way.
ప్రేమ స్వరూపులారా,
Happy, be happy.